Google Ads are still one of the best platforms that you can use to grow your business, primarily because it lets you reach the right people when they're looking for whatever it is that you're selling. When they're actively searching for keywords related to your content, your product, your services, you can be right then and there. But a lot of people find it difficult to make their campaigns scale and become profitable. So what should you do? Hi everyone, I'm Neil Patel, and today I'm going to walk you through 7 AdWords hacks that'll make your campaign scale profitably. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification. That way, as we release more content like this, you'll get notified. So the first thing I want you to do is create in-depth remarketing audiences. Did you know that the click-through rate for remarketing is roughly 10 times higher than traditional advertising, and CPCs costs are roughly 2 to 100x less? That's a huge difference. Not only is remarketing aspect super important, but adding detailed targeting to remarketing efforts makes it all better in terms of spend and conversions, aka you'll get a better bang for the buck. So set up campaigns for people who have already been to your site more than one time. When you do that, that means that audience is already interested in your products or services. So when you target them, they already got to know you. They're much more likely to convert. The next thing I want you to do is focus your efforts on long-tail keywords. When it comes to generalized keywords, they're very competitive because everyday marketers want to go after them just because they have a high search volume, but they don't always drive the highest quality of traffic. A lot of marketers make the mistake going after these keywords. However, the money is in the long tail. For example, the keyword diet plan has a SEO difficulty score of 52 and a paid difficulty score of 70 with a cost per click of $4.35 and a keyword volume of roughly 40,500 searches per month. A long tail version like diet plan that's low carb has a SEO difficulty of 21 and a paid difficulty of 42 with a cost per click of $1.58. The keyword volume is only 12,100 searches per month, but someone who searches that in is looking for a specific diet plan and they're much more likely to convert. You're probably thinking, hey, diet plan has a much higher search volume, so I want to go after that. But what you'll find is you're going to get a lot of irrelevant clicks that don't convert versus going more specific. Start off by going more specific and going after long tail phrases because you tend to generate more sales from that. And in many cases, those keywords have a lower cost per click, even though they can make you more money. The next thing, you shouldn't be afraid of using exclusions. Exclusions are a great way to find hyper-focused audience that is more likely to convert and give you a bigger bang for the buck. So let's say your audience doesn't fall into a category with people of high income. You can exclude people with higher income. It really is that simple. There are a lot of different targeting elements with Google Ads and also Facebook ads. And don't be afraid to use them because they're your friend. It allows you to spend your money with the people who are more likely to convert into a customer versus the people who aren't. The next thing I want you to do is test different locations. Create audiences based on the location is one of the easiest ways to create a segment. I can't even tell you how many people just use the default settings, but this is a big mistake. Now, there are 3 ways that you can target location in an ad campaign. 1, you can go after a location-based keyword. 2, you can geo-target to a radius on your ad segment. Or 3, you can do both. And you want to try a mixture of all of them to see if you can generate the most sales. And when you do that, you'll weed out a lot of people that were never a right customer for you in the first place. Next, I want you to add extensions to your ad. Adding extensions is one of the most surefire ways to get more clicks because they take up more real estate in the SERPs. There are many different ways that you can add extension to your site. You can add more information about specific pages on your site, or you can list things like products, prices, sales, phone numbers. The list goes on and on. According to Google themselves, adding extensions can increase click-throughs by roughly 10 to 15%. Next, I want you to implement UTM tracking. Tracking campaigns and their performance is incredibly essential to running an ad campaign strategy. Look, if you're not tracking the performance, how do you know what's working and what's not? Using UTM codes is a great and easy way to keep track of what's doing well and what's not. And if you don't know how to code, don't worry. Using Google's URL Builder tool, you can literally create UTM codes for a page in less than 30 seconds. You can easily track the performance of any of your campaigns in Google Analytics. You don't even need to be a developer for this. Next, I want you to start running ads on your competitor keywords. This is one of the most simplest and practical ways that you can see a really good ROI. Using tools like Ubersuggest, you can see all the keywords that your competitors are ranking for and are getting traffic for. You can also put in your competitor's brand name into Ubersuggest, and when you do that, it'll tell you the search volume. Going after your competitor's brand name is a really easy way to generate more sales. Now, when you're doing this, you got to think about trademarks, so you may not be able to put your competitor's name within your copy, but that doesn't mean that you can't drive sales. This is why everyone's bidding on brand names. It's a quick way to get sales. If someone's searching for a competitor, chances are they're super targeted and they may like what you're selling as well. If you need help with your paid ads, check out my ad agency, Neil Patel Digital. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, tell other people about it. Thank you for watching.